Good morning. Oh, okay. So I'm going back to my book, Living in Flow today. I did chapter 1 a little bit about finding your purpose and all these different little quotes from chapter 1, but I'm still in chapter 1. I'm actually reading into chapter 6 already, but I go back and study it because I've underlined it. I forget these things, so I want to make sure I know it pretty well before I explain it to you. And one more thing about chapter 1 I really want to hammer home, and also that I had some experience with it, was the cosmos is responsive. I don't know if I'm ever going to feel comfortable saying is responsive because it sounds like it should be cosmos are responsive, but I'm going to have to do it because that's how the author does it. Anyway, pretty cool week this week of little synchronicities that keep happening, and I'm taking bold actions, and that's what today's about, all about that action. So cosmos is responsive, and number one, they're responding to what you're doing and what your actions are. So number one is make sure your core values are set. Make sure you know what you want out of life. Make sure you know what your inner purpose is, because it's not about getting what we want. It's about finding the inner purpose, which is what he says later in the chapters. But for now, it's just about what your actions are is how the universe is responding. So make sure you're clear with your core values. And two, those actions are how the universe knows what your inner purpose is. It's kind of what you're telling it. So if, just like I was talking about with momentum, whichever way that momentum's going, it's going in one direction, either for you or against you. So if you're not clear with your core values and you're doing things for other people or other reasons that aren't aligned with your inner purpose, it's going to start responding in that way and putting you down that path and responding with that. And the other thing about that is, since it's only responding to your actions, take bold actions. So for me, I had a great experience with this. I actually was at the gym yesterday, and I saw this guy working out. He was doing jump training. As you know, I love jump training, but he was doing some kind of sort of like next level jump training. Not that it was so advanced, but he was just doing max jumps, but onto a box jump that was like, he was basically doubling the height of the box he was jumping onto. And so I'm like, I think he's just reducing his landing, which is a very smart thing to do when you're trying to max jump. You don't want to have so many landings. It's hard on the knees, etc. So I didn't want to interrupt him. But I love talking to people that are training the jump. And I said, you know what? Bold action. Let's get it. I go to talk to him. He turns out to be the nicest guy. I posted him on my story. If you don't know, we started talking about jump training. We're both passionate about trying to just increase our vertical jump, see what our limits are. And he's actually, I believe, training to be a physical therapist. He's a student, but also trying to bridge the worlds between physical therapy and training, which is exactly what I need right now, because I'm trying to train myself to jump higher with strength training, elastic training, all those different things. But I do have anterior pelvic tilt, that APT action. So I'm trying to rehab that at the same time. But it was just so cool to, all I had to do was get the conversation started, and he taught me a lot. We talked about core stability exercises. The point is, we had an amazing similarity and same passion that I'm definitely going to be talking to him in the future, maybe even training together. And all that wouldn't have happened if I didn't take that bold action. So take that bold action and do it aligned with your purpose. And the way the book explains is that you'll be on a branch with more apples, meaning the branch with apples is the outcomes you want. So without taking that action, you may still be on the path to getting that outcome. But if you take that bold action, you'll have a better probability of doing it. And that's that. I'm going to try to get into chapter 2 soon, structure it out nicely so I can keep it nice and, short and sweet. And that's it. And other than that, I'm actually developing my own 10-week training program, how to transform your life and live your inner purpose. I don't know what it's going to be called, but that actually sounded pretty good. But it's going to be how to help you define your core values, and I'm going to help you find the life that's authentic to you so you can make the most out of your life and enjoy it to the most and just live with that purpose and fulfillment. So stay tuned for that.